Tell me, what do you do if you are faced with danger in Dark Souls? You have three options. The options are to block, run, or roll. But what if? What if there was another option? What if you take the input that controls rolling and running and you destroy that? What if you in this already hard game strip yourself from the core mechanics of the game? Can I beat Dark Souls without running, rolling, or blocking? We're gonna find out today. Watch this whole video for the watch time, leave a like for the algorithm, and subscribe for future videos. Do it now, I'm watching you. So right away I could feel that as for stupid challenges go, this one is at the top of the line, and it didn't take long for me to encounter my first issue. It turns out in Dark Souls 1, rolling, running and dashing are all in the same input. And I tell you that because this was supposed to be only no block and no rolling challenge. But hey, I've never said no to an extra difficulty, and right away I could feel it. This was gonna be a pain. The chugging feels absolutely horrifying. I still try to keep an open mind and just think that I need to be more tactical about my decisions. That's all, but I'm not gonna lie, the movement feels super slow. And I know that I'm gonna have trouble in the end game. And by the way, I had to toggle the running and rolling to some input. So every time you see my spell slot activate, you know that I tried to roll there. There's no hiding it. Heading after the Asylum Demon, I'm really confident. I know he's slow and I can dodge his attacks without running or rolling. Or so I thought, because here I'll encounter the first major problem of this run. If I get Stunlocked, I'm gone. There's nothing I can do. And I die to Asylum Demon for the first time in years. And I rip with this game, made me do this way. So I wasn't prepared for all of this. The next try of the fight goes much better. I keep my distance, stay calm, and just don't creep out with the hits. I only take the hits I know I can land. The demon goes down, but I still feel my confidence dropping, because I realized that I just had trouble with the Asylum Demon. This far on the run I thought that the weight of my character didn't affect my walking speed, so I pretty much just loaded into armor as much as I could. I decided to go for the Gravelord Sword, since it has major damage and good range. Unfortunate for me, this skeleton stunlocked me to hell. I do a little bit of contemplating and decide to go for the Drake Sword instead. It's super easy to obtain and it has major early game damage. This was strange as well. These common mobs ain't no threat, but still these parts feel like a threat from the game, like a warning what it's about to come. I go in slow and steady and carefully take the enemies out one at a time. I also grab the bow and some arrows to get the Drake Sword later. Watch the rest and we're off to the demon. And for the first time ever, I'm grabbing the resin to use against the next boss, but not before I do some critical thinking. And of course, I'm gonna try to roll through the barrel. No use. When the Taurus reveals himself, I chuck for my dear life to get a drop attack. He really doesn't scare me that much, but I've never done anything like this. Of course I missed the drop attack and decide to go the old-fashioned way. The lightning just does wonders here. I do so much damage, even though Taurus is an easy boss, but still. That's nice. Just like the rest, he goes down as well. No issues yet. Before heading off to the bridge, I say hello to my old friend. After shooting the tail around 10,000 times, I finally get the sword. And now I'm feeling confident again, because now I do a lot of damage. A lot of damage for the early game. And to make my life easier, I grab the bonfire from the bridge. For some reason I decide to take on the Black Knight, even though this fight is a pain in the ass if you cannot roll or block. Luckily I'm a badass at backstabbing. And look what I found. That's a decent weapon. And I guess you can take this shortcut even though you cannot run. Just be sure that you remember to open the gate. Don't be like me and forget it. With this big knight, I'm starting to realize how much pain this run is gonna be. I literally have to keep my distance and I get one hit in every now and then. This is how cautious you have to be with this. And don't get me even started on this part. This was by far one of the most hardest parts of the whole run. And I wasn't even prepared for this. I resorted to noob tactics to get this guy out of the game, just to make my life a little bit easier. After freeing this guy, I decided to go for the gargoyles, for some reason. I still don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Yeah, they beat the living hell out of me. I decided to go for them again and get killed in the stairway on the way. God damn, this is gonna be rough. Even this guy got the better of me. Eventually I got him, but by the location of the fight, you can just know what happened here. This wasn't an easy one. I killed another Black Knight, and would you look at that? Look what I found. I also know that I need to do a lot of tanking on this run, so I make sure to grab the Halo Ring. I go on to take on the Butterfly to get the souls in order to level up against the gargoyles. This was this type of tactical thinking I don't normally need to do anymore. But hey, I wouldn't die to Butterfly, wouldn't I? Luckily I still have the bow in hand, so I can finish it off and move on. Also I give this guy what's coming to him. Few more levels and I can already equip the sword of my dreams. Going to the depths, I don't have any other reasoning than to get the souls from the Capra Demon. Really, you don't want to go here with this run. No, don't go here. Take my word for it. Don't go here. At the start of the fight, I get stunlocked to hell, but still, for reasons unknown to me, I manage to escape. Every time the demon comes closer, I'm begging for him to miss the attack and fall down. This fight has never felt so terrifying, because the run back to the boss arena is absolute pain. I hit a few upgrades on my greatsword to get even more damage, because I desperately need it. Case in point, right over here. Would you look at that? Of course, taking on the gargoyles with this is a tall order, and I get blasted again. The damage really gave me the confidence to know that I can actually pull this off. When the first gargoyle goes down, I know that's it. I cannot fumble it anymore. Hit the power attack and get the hell out of here. I also take out the Drake on the whatever this place is called. I just need the souls. There's nothing here for me. Blighttown really doesn't scare me at this point because I know that I'm not gonna spend any time here. Not any more than I need to. Until I see the speed, I walk on this poisonous land. Quelaag better be first try. And somehow I actually managed to dodge her attacks, even though I cannot run. You just gotta stay right over here and trust she won't hit. But I gotta admit, the damage of the greatsword really came in clutch here. Few more attacks and the Quelaag goes down on the first try, and a sigh of relief at the same time. If I would have had to make that walk back to the boss arena one more time, or even the second time, that might have been end of the run. I kid you not. But even though I didn't die to Quelaag, these worms actually stunlocked me to hell. See you on the bonfire. While I'm here, I decide to take on the Seathless, even though I'm not sure if I'm able to beat him. I grab the armor and wait out one attack. Then I make my desperate attempt to get back to the gate before I get killed. When I'm trying to jog for my life, Seathless gives me a little bit of a boost. See you later, I never wanna see you again. Luckily I don't have to in this playthrough. Sen's Fortress is the place where all the trouble began. I forgot how much I hate this place. I swear to God, I was so careful with these pots. This reminded me of my first playthrough ever. Then, in order to continue, I just had to go for it. I thank Jesus when I found these stairs to get me where I need to go. Oh my god, that feeling. Here we go. Here we go, this is it. Lighting this bonfire has never felt so good. Even though this is a challenge playthrough, I still clear out this place. I just cannot help myself. Why wouldn't I? I also give the golem a few warning shots before I go for the fight. The iron golem fight goes pretty well. See for yourself. And here we go, Anor Londo, the big challenge. Everything has gone so well this far, so I'm so tempted to break my controller when I plunged to the floor. In this playthrough there were these tiny moments I wasn't anticipating. Like before I started this challenge run, I kinda knew what to expect, but somehow I forgot these certain parts. Little did I know I was heading after the hardest ones of them all. The Black Knights of Anor Londo at the time of their lives. I have never been used and abused this way. I died again and again, and still again, and lost a tiny bit of hope every single time. I went on and got the big boy armor, but still I failed. I have never felt such desperation. And then, by the blessing of the gods, this happens. Oh, the satisfaction of this moment. The Havel armor doesn't hurt either, but even the Havel armor doesn't help this moment. Sadness on a screen, right there. But it turns out that Anor Londo is quite easy with this build. There is just nothing these guys can do to me. I have infinite poise. And remember, open that goddamn door. But this you can just forget right away. Before I head to the boss, I say hello to my old friend and upgrade my weapon even more. I need that sweet damage. I need it. I love it. I crave for it. Even though I'm low on Estus, I still decide to go for the fight. Even the Havel armor's infinite poise cannot cast it checks my confidence rights, but still I managed to escape with 0.10 millimeters of HP. Finally a worthy opponent with the same movement speed, and I kid you not, I actually laughed when I tanked out one of the big hammer attacks. Imagine hitting a man with everything you have got, and he just stands there. When I get electrocuted to pieces, I realize I don't have any Estus left anymore, so I have to be extra careful with the rest of the fight. I sneak in like a rat and give him a free genital shaving. After grabbing the Lordvessel and killing these hobos, I start to make my way towards Lost Isolith, which just should have stayed last, but not before forgetting to place the Lordvessel again. Classic me. I just don't get how can I always forget this. How is it even possible? Demon Fire Sage kinda scares me, but when I tank out the first hit, I know this is a done deal. He tries his best to stay clear of the attacks, but there's no hiding. There's no escape. He tries to spam his basic attack to get me down, but there is no hope left. Get that weak stuff out of here. Off to the Centipede Demon. I think Centipede Demon is smart here, and he knows what's coming. So he just stands in the lava and spams his basic attack for infinite amount of times. I'm not kidding, I wouldn't want to fight me neither. Even with this sort of build, the fight is still pain in the assholes, and I never look forward to this. I make sure to die to the lava one time before I get the victory. Well, this is fun. Off to the races. Always make sure to grab this bonfire, by the way. If you didn't know about this, you'll have to subscribe. Before I head to the catacombs again, this crystal lizard makes a fool of me, and I hate every second of it. Luckily there's someone to take my anger out on. When you weigh 5,000 kilos, the catacombs shouldn't be that hard, and no, it isn't. I'll even have a race of my life against this pyromancy guy. The adrenaline of this scene really gets you going. Anyway, after that it's the usual stuff. Pull this lever, across the bridge, hit the wall, grab the bonfire. I was kinda worried for this jump since I don't know if you can pull it off without rolling or running. But hey, here we go. Look at that. Does anyone know the layout of this place? Like actually know it? Because I cannot. I always get lost, and then I just find a hole in the wall and get out of here. But of course the Black Knight drops just keep on going. After chucking softly for my life, it's time to fight Pinwheel. During the cutscene I'm wondering, does it take 1, 2 or 3 hits to kill this thing? The results are inconclusive, since the second swing isn't a power attack. Even the Tomb of the Giants isn't that scary when you can launch these skeletons to the abyss. Also, screw this guy. I don't care how many times I play this game, finding this second bonfire will always be as easy as it was in the first playthrough. One dirty invader later, we're off to Nito. I do the 360 and head to the boss fight. It turns out I cannot tank out everything. Even though Nito tries to spam his cursed attacks, he knows what's coming. There's basically only one attack I need to look out for, and it's this one right here. I still don't know how that hit me. I took a little tumble. That made me really angry, so it's time to let out some steam. I chuck once more for my life and finish the job. Nito never had a chance. Never. Even this guy gets what's coming to him. I cannot be stopped. I decide to use the souls to go murder Seath. I've been putting off this fight for far too long. Seath shows me that he's the big sword swinger in the lobby, but I'm not scared. He manages to dodge my first couple attacks, but once I get a hold of him, it's all over. Some of his attacks are basically undodgeable with this build, so I just gotta tank it out. Luckily I can. I'm proud of Seath. He really tried his best. He really did. By the way, I don't even know why I came here, but give this guy a raise. Heading off to New Londo ruins made me realize that this is the only place in the game where I would actually use a build like this in the casual playthroughs. If you haven't tried the tactic of using Havel set against the 4 kings, you're missing out. Quick key to the seal and we continue. After getting gangbanged to death by paranormal activity, I make the 10-minute walk/wait back to the seal. I finally lower the water. Feeling confident, I make sure not to grab the bonfire before the 4 kings fight. How about that? The tactic for the kings works like charm every time. Just stand near and spam. You have infinite poise. There's nothing to worry about here. There's nothing they can do about this. I hit the taunting spinning attack of justice and take the last one down. It doesn't matter how many times I play this game, I never enjoy Duke's Archive. I hate this place. I know some of you may love it, but I just don't have any feelings for it. During the scripted fight, I'm ready to quit out from the game if I get cursed. Here we go. I guess I have to do this. Just close my eyes and get the hell out of here as fast as I can. I take one look at the stairs and decide to take the speed warp. In my opinion, this place should be deleted. Making this run the worst boss run in Dark Souls history with this sort of build, it's not for the faint of heart. Just make sure you watch your step. Seath shows up to say hello. I'm ready to beat some ass. And holy Jesus, this goddamn crap thing is. They almost destroyed me. This fight is so clean you cannot even witness it with your own eyes. I just try my best to stay away from the curses and swing my sword every chance I get. I unzip my pants when this area is finally over. After saying hello to another old friend, it's time for the real fun. You better be ready to endure some pain. Bed of Chaos is one of those bosses which will be probably beaten on the first try. Or try number 1000. I try to go for the speedrun tactic, but Bed of Chaos slaps me like I slapped your mom last night. My ancestors laugh at me while I try to chuck these firebombs across the battlefield. I just cannot find the sweet spot. I even try to outsmart the thing by shooting the things with the arrows. Even though I get the second one quite easily, the real challenge is still ahead. I try to outsmart the beast, but he has prepared for all of my tricks. I have some sad news for you guys. As you can probably tell, these videos are not always recorded on one sitting. I had trouble with the Bit of Chaos for a while, but eventually I got it. After that, with the Havel set and the massive damage I made, the final boss was basically just a run through. Now the reason why I'm here yapping. The recording of the final 2 bosses got destroyed, and I just can't find it. Even with the recovery program I have, I just cannot locate the file, and there is no way in hell I'm gonna play through the whole game again just to get the footage. Because at this moment my character, he's sitting in Firelink Shrine, he's enjoying his life in there, with Queen and Bed of Chaos dead, so there's no going back. The footage is gone, and I'm pissed off, because Bed of Chaos actually took quite a few tries. But silver lining, we only missed 1 actual boss for the video, and Queen wasn't really the biggest challenge of this run anyways, so the harm is kinda little, but still annoying. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next Dark Souls challenge.